Hi everyone, how are you? Today we will study together chapter 6, the last chapter in our story. Okay? A princess after all. A princess after all. Okay? Let's start with the main points in chapter 5, the previous chapter. Okay? Let's remember what happened in chapter 5. 1. A gentleman moved into the house next door. A gentleman moved into the house next door. 2. He looked ill and unhappy. He looked what? He looked ill and unhappy. 3. His name was Mr. Carrisford. Do you remember? His name was Mr. Carrisford. He came from India. He came from India, but he was not Indian. He came from India, but he was not Indian. 4. Mr. Carrisford had an Indian servant. Mr. Carrisford had an Indian servant. 5. The servant had a little monkey. The servant had a little monkey. 6. Sarah spoke to the servant in Hindi, and he was surprised. Sarah spoke to the servant in Hindi, and he was surprised. 7. One night, the monkey ran away. Then Sarah found him. One night, the monkey ran away. Then Sarah found him. 8. Sarah went to the house next door to take him back. Sarah went to the house next door to take the monkey back. Okay, let's read the questions. Answer the following questions. Answer the following questions. Question number 1. Who was Mr. Carrisford? Who was Mr. Carrisford? Question number 2. I have been looking for you for 2 years. I have been looking for you for 2 years. Comment. Question number 3. Home. You have not given her a home. Home. You have not given her a home. Comment. Comment. Okay. Question number 4. I have kept Miss Sarah's fortune safe. I have kept Miss Sarah's fortune safe. Comment. Okay. Chapter 6. The new words in chapter 6. The new words in chapter 6. Shouted. Repeat after me. Shouted. To speak with a very loud voice. To speak with a very loud voice. Usually when you are angry. To speak with a very loud voice. Usually when you are very angry. Okay. Fortune. Repeat after me. Fortune. When someone has a lot of money. When someone has a lot of money. Okay, again. Shouted. Shouted. To speak with a very loud voice. Usually when you are angry. Fortune. When someone has a lot of money. When someone has a lot of money. Okay. Let's start reading. A princess after all. A princess after all. Okay. Mr. Carrisford was sitting by the fire. It is nice to meet you, he said. Thank you for bringing the monkey back. Are you a student in the school? I was at first, Sarah said. Then my father my father died in India. He lost all his money. Now I am poor. The gentleman looked surprised. What was your father's name? He asked. Captain Ralph Crewe, said Sarah. Ralph Crewe? Cried the gentleman. You are Ralph Crewe's daughter? I have been looking for you for 2 years. I have been looking for you for 2 years. I am your father's friend. I am your father's friend. I bought some diamond mines with him. Do you remember this? Yes, I bought some diamond mines with him. I was very ill when he died. When I got better, I looked for you everywhere. Nobody knew where you were. Suddenly, Miss Minchin was at the door. How dare you come into this gentleman's house? She shouted. Come home right now. Home? Said Mr. Carrisford. Home? You have not given her a home. This girl is not poor at all. All Miss Minchin could say was, But her father died. Mr. Carrisford said, I have kept Miss Sarah's fortune safe. I have kept Miss Sarah's fortune safe. She's very, very rich. She is richer than any princess. You could have been kind to her, but you were unkind instead. Again, you could have been kind to her, but you were unkind instead. Miss Minchin nearly fainted. Rich? She cried. Sarah's Crewe is rich? Sarah was a little princess after all. Sarah was a little princess after all. Okay. Let's answer the questions. Answer the following questions. Okay. Who was Mr. Carrisford? Who was Mr. Carrisford? Yes. Very good. He was her father's friend. He was her father's friend. So, who was Mr. Carrisford? He was her father's friend. Okay. Question number 2. I have been looking for you for 2 years. Comment. I have been looking for you for 2 years. Comment. Do you remember comment? Yes. How do we answer the comment? Okay. We need to answer about 4 questions, okay? Who said that? To whom? When? What does it show? Okay. Mr. Carrisford said that to Sarah. Mr. Carrisford said that to Sarah. When? When he knew that Sarah was Captain Crewe's daughter. So when he knew that Sarah was Captain Crewe's daughter. It shows that he was surprised. It shows that he was very surprised. Okay. So, I have been looking for you for 2 years. Comment. Mr. Carrisford said that to Sarah when he knew that Sarah was Captain Crewe's daughter. It shows that he was surprised. It shows that he was very surprised. Question number 3. Home. You have not given her a home. Comment. Home. You have not given her a home. Comment. Okay, who said that? Mr. Carrisford said that to Miss Minchin. Mr. Carrisford said that to Miss Minchin. When he was talking to her. When he was talking to her. It shows that he was very angry. It shows that he was very angry. So, home. You have not given her a home. Comment. Mr. Carrisford said that to Miss Minchin when he was talking to her, to Miss Minchin. It shows that he was very angry. Okay. The last question. I have kept Miss Sarah's fortune safe. I have kept Miss Sarah's fortune safe. Comment. Okay. Mr. Carrisford said that. Mr. Carrisford said that to Miss Minchin. It shows what? It shows that Mr. Carrisford was a kind man. It shows that Mr. Carrisford was a kind man. Again, I have kept Miss Sarah's fortune safe. Comment. Mr. Carrisford said that to Miss Minchin. It shows that Mr. Carrisford was a kind man. Was a kind man. Okay? Thank you for listening and goodbye.